What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday to everyone out there. Anna is currently busy at work, so we just figured I would go ahead and do this video so we could get it out on Tuesday for you guys, like we promised. So in kind of the same vein of wanting to do videos that are more personal and giving you kind of this more behind the scenes look, I wanted to share with you guys the most difficult part of at least the bus life build so far, not necessarily life living on the bus because we obviously aren't, but the most difficult part and most trying part so far of this entire process. So while you might think, oh, it's, you know, a certain project or whatever, it doesn't really have anything to do with that. It's more the idea of being patient throughout the build. And that even goes before we had the bus. I mean, we had to be incredibly patient just to wait long enough to get the bus. We had been looking for a bus pretty much since the summer of 2017. And we didn't buy our bus until the end of October 2018. So yeah, we didn't buy a bus until right after our first wedding anniversary. So it was kind of like this whole thing of the first year of our marriage. Everyone was like, oh, you know, the first year you go through all this stuff, the first year is the hardest. And I think it was probably like us not being patient to want to buy a bus. And every bus that we went to go see, and we, like we said before, we've driven all over to go look at buses, and they were just not right with the engine, not right with the transmission, or the gearing was off, or the size wasn't right, or it wasn't tall enough. For whatever reason, like a ton of rust, it's just, we had to be patient, and we were so frustrated. We just wanted to buy a bus. At this point, we were just like, you know, take our money. Until finally we found the bus about an hour away from us, and it just was, you know, it was meant to be. It was perfect. It checked off all the boxes. We were so happy. We just never thought we would end up with that bus, which is hilarious. I know that a lot of you guys have reached out to us saying that you are excited to start your own bus life adventure and you want to buy a bus or a van or something and live on the road and build it out. But you're getting frustrated with the fact that you haven't found that bus yet, or you're still trying to save money and you're just frustrated that you don't have enough yet. And honestly, we were right there with you. We experienced all that. And the best advice I can give you is just, you know, just keep going, like keep persevering, keep going after your dream. Yeah, it's gonna be super frustrating, and some nights you're gonna lose sleep over it. You're gonna lose your head over it. I know if it weren't for me having Anna, and probably vice versa, there would have been times that we would have just said, you know, screw this whole thing, like we're so done with it. Or we might have just, like, if it was just one of us, we probably would have bought a bus that wasn't going to actually work out for us. But, you know, we were there to balance each other out and kind of give each other strength, and it's just been a blessing both ways. So again, the most difficult part of this entire thing is being patient. Just throughout the build, when things don't go as fast as you want them to. I mean, I know some people are able to like take a month off from, you know, not having to go into work, go into the office, wherever, and just put all of their time and money and resources into that. And obviously, we're not able to do that. We're not able to take all that time off of work to be able to do that. And we have really flexible schedules still. And it's still difficult for us to do. So it's just understanding that and not letting it overwhelm you, and just kind of keep plugging away at it. So enough about patience. What I wanted to show you guys were a few clips of what we were able to do this past week. So you already know that we had been prepping for spray foam, but now we actually have all the spray foam in. Thank you to Brian for coming out and spraying it. I mean, because it is a bus, he was done spraying it in probably less than 30 minutes. I mean, it was a really quick process. Once everything was set up and everything, I've kind of felt bad because it took him longer to get there and set up than actually spray the bus. But he did an amazing job. We only had to do a little bit of trimming after the fact, but I mean, that was just kind of nature of foam, because we wanted to make sure everything was sealed in. After making sure everything was sprayed, we had to go back and just kind of trim around the ribs and everything, so we'll have flush areas to mount those ceiling boards. So a lot of people use these kind of like saws, these hand saws to do it, which is fine and that works great. But we actually found out that using an angle grinder with a sanding head and then going back with like a drill that also kind of had like a sanding, not a sanding disc, but like a disc head on it to where you could smooth it out. It took us a while to get there, but we were having to wear masks and eye protection and everything. It was just getting everywhere. We were coated in it. We didn't get any footage of that yet. It was crazy. But thankfully that's done. Now we are starting on the subfloor. We were able to get the first couple pieces cut and screwed down. We're really taking our time with this subfloor, especially the structure below the subfloor, because we want to make sure that we have enough support wherever all of our walls and our cabinets and our couches are going to go. And this is kind of where we're finagling and really finalizing our floor plan, kind of. So we changed a little bit about our pantry space between our kitchen and our bathroom. So we've actually, at one point we had no pantries, then we added a very large pantry, and then we shrunk the pantry down. But now we're gonna have 2 small pantries on both sides that will still have a lot of space. They'll just be fairly narrow and they'll pull out and you'll have access to everything. But yeah, for the floor, we got it started on that, cutting the boards and then countersinking them so the screws wouldn't be in the way of the plywood once we put that down, and drilling those in and fastening them with self-tapping screws. So yeah, we're excited to see the progress that we're making. Hopefully we'll be able to show you a little bit more this week on Instagram, through our Instagram stories, because we're gonna be out there a lot this week. But then also this weekend, we're hoping to get all the foam insulation in there and get our plywood down on that and get that all prepped so we can really focus on continuing the interior of the build. On that note, if you don't already, please go follow us on Instagram at Winston on the Road. We're gonna probably do like a reintroduce ourselves post soon, just because I know we've gotten a lot of new followers lately. And thank you guys for following us. And if you guys are new to our YouTube channel, or if you just don't already, please subscribe to our channel. Please like our videos, comment with any questions or any comments you have. You know, what's the most frustrating or what's the most difficult part of your bus build so far? Or, you know, looking for your bus. So we're here to support you guys, and just like we've received a lot of support from other people doing this, and we just want to kind of keep that ball rolling and keep building this community. So on that note, I think that's pretty much it for this video, and I think we're gonna go get some tacos as soon as Anna gets off work. Okay, so as you know, remember every day is Taco Tuesday. Go eat a taco. Remember, it is Year of the Taco. Bye! Are you comfy? Thank you. Can you say hi to the camera? Can you say hi to the camera? Can you say hi to the camera? Look, it's there. Right there. Right there. Look. There. Can you say hi? Hold on, come here.